We are rocking and rolling at Jadwin Gym at Princeton University in Princeton, New Jersey. Keith Irizarry and Nick Garowen moving up to 157. Alec Pantaleo from Michigan and BJ Clagon from Ryder.
This should be a pretty interesting one as well. You know, you got two NCAA All-Americans. Clagon, he didn't place last year, but he placed the year before. So he's looking for a senior campaign to do some big things. And he's right down the road at Ryder, too. So he's probably got a big fan base here.
You would think so. The Bronx of Ryder. NCAA All-American for BJ, four-time NHSCA national champion. Local kid, too. Toms River South and Toms River, New Jersey. On the other side for the Michigan junior, Pantaleo, NCAA All-American, twice an NCAA qualifier.
You know what I love about this event every year, Keith, is you get to watch these guys, and the NCAA championships are just so overwhelming. It's almost like you can't even absorb it all, because everywhere you look, there's incredible matches, upsets going on. It's like, you know, stimulus overdrive. And here you get to really concentrate on one really good. Oh!
We got some action, Nick.
Pantaleo's on his back right now. Oh, and he gets big points with a six-pointer.
Wow.
Right out of the gate.
6-0 advantage. Hey, we talked about fireworks, some electricity, and we've gotten our first fireworks in a first period.
You ain't kidding. It's beautiful. But what I was saying was you get a chance to see these consolidated matches against two of the best guys in the country, and you really feel like you can focus and concentrate on where you don't feel like you're missing something on this mat or that mat. You know, the women are wrestling their hearts out on the other mat as well, but it's just an amazing event every year that the NWCA puts on.
45 seconds to go in this opening period. Clagon, the senior from Ryder, has the 6-0 advantage. Pantaleo starts down and escapes for 1 point.
Right away, gets that point.
Why mess around, right? Get out, get your point.
Hey.
Let's see if Alec can answer back.
Oh,
down
nice
6-1.
Nice shot.
Well, what can he do with it?
Right now he's got to come up with that, or he's got to try to get around the corner and shell that. Put it on his hip, put it on his leg, on his thigh. But Clagon is just, he's so good in that funk position.
He'll get two more.
Wow.
So 8-1 advantage inside of 5 seconds.
I would have never expected this kind of lead for BJ going into the second period. Not that he's not tough, but just Pantaleo, you know, scoring 8 points on him. It's not done very often.
Down 8-1, he'll start out on the top. But the ride's not going to do much for Pantaleo. An eerie quiet over the crowd right now.
Oh, he's got that bar arm in. Pantaleo's got that bar. Can he utilize it though? Can he score with it? He's trying to get that wrist. And Clagon knows, he knows that he's looking for that wrist, and he's keeping it on his hip.
Now what can Pantaleo do from this spot?
Well, he can come and he can kind of snake his arm underneath the other one, which he's trying to do, and then you're gonna come over and cross face him and bar him over. Or what you could do is you could kind of come under his chin and kind of claw him and drive him over. But Clagon puts an end to that, gets out, and doesn't want anybody cranking on his arm anymore. So does what he has to do and gets that point.
BJ actually had just gotten the stall warning, then escapes, so he's up 9-1.
You know, right now, you can't, if you're Pantaleo, you can't think about the big picture. You got to think about small increments of scoring. 2 points here, 2s and 1s. Get a couple of takedowns here. Gnaw away at that lead where you're going to the third period where you're maybe down 4 points instead of 8 points.
To me, Clagon's doing a really good job of keeping Pantaleo at bay, keeping it away from him.
It's wrestling smart. You know, guys at this level know how to play the game. They know how to make it look good. They know how to make it look like they're busy, where they're not going to get hit with a warning, but at the same time, they're not going to get taken down. They're not going to give points up.
That'll do it for the second period. And it's still a dominating advantage for BJ Clagon, 9-1. This match has gone much differently than a lot of the experts would have thought. So we go into the third period. Let's see, we getting a restart?
Caution goes to Clagon.
And Clagon will let him go. So it's 9-2. And Pantaleo keeps kind of popping him in the head. Looks like it's bothering BJ. Now 60 seconds.
Nice shot. I think, it's just a little too much too late right now. It's not a good situation. Oh, goes for that little. Oh.
Just goes off the map before the points were awarded.
I was going to say that was close.
Whew.
It was a good call, but it was close.
Final 45 seconds. Clagon jumped out to the early advantage and has not relented.
Clagon got that big move, that 6-point move, and really has been very, very conservative since then.
I think you put it perfectly because he's actively being conservative. He's giving off the illusion that he's making moves without giving away any points.
100%. And when you get a lead like that against a Pantaleo, that's sometimes a strategy that you need to do. You need to hand fight. You need to keep position. You need to be in a situation where you're making it look good. You're wrestling, but you're not taking any major risks, and you're wrestling conservative. I mean, with an 8-point lead, with 20 seconds left, that's what most guys would do.
Yeah. It's now 9-4. Going to be 10-4, and that should do it. Wait for the official final scoring, but it is a victory. We'll have Max Thomsen from Northern Iowa, a sophomore, NCAA All-American, and Matthew Kolodzik, a sophomore. So Kolodzik, an NCAA All-American, first Princeton freshman to ever have that accolade. Grew up in Bellbrook, Ohio, went to Blair Academy in New Jersey.
Kolodzik, he's representing his own. This is home turf for him.
This is it, right?
He's wrestling in his own gym.
That was easily the loudest ovation any of the wrestlers have had so far.
Absolutely.
Makes sense. He's a Princeton boy.
And folks wearing the blue is King of Miracle.
So Thomsen in the blue, and he is the green wrestler. Kolodzik, he's your red wrestler.
Just a few days ago, the King of Miracle.
Thomsen also comes from a wrestling family. Older brother Logan is a wrestler at Iowa.
Just a few days ago.
Went to high school at Union in LaPorte City, Iowa.
Senior from Campbellsville, Kentucky.
Thomsen, four state titles, in Iowa, amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
Winning 4 state titles in Iowa is not, it's not easy to do. Trust me.
Her opponent, wearing the red, Solon Piercy, is a sophomore from San Jose, California.
Par for the course today, like I've said. Opening 60 to 90 seconds, has been a lot of grappling while standing in pretty much every match we've covered. Working the hands.
Kayla Miracle with a takedown.
You heard the official, we can see it, say we need action.
Yeah, you know what? It's a minute and a half. Nobody's really taking any big shots. You know, that's the one thing. You know, now they're going to be a little liberal. Nice single leg, straight single by Thomsen. Kolodzik doing his best to press those thighs, keep those thighs away, blocking there. You know, gets that stalemate. That's what Kolodzik wanted. And, you know, let me tell you something. At this time of year, you're not going to get, especially in an exhibition all-star match, you're not going to get guys that are going to press and really get on guys about the, you know, caution them for stalling. But let me tell you something. Once the season gets going and these guys are in the mix, one thing I love about college officials is they will bang you. They will force you to wrestle. They'll force you to create action. They're not going to allow you for a minute and a half, 2 minutes to kind of stall, play a game, play the edge. They're going to make you wrestle, and that's good for the sport.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, even in an event like this, which is a preseason all-star event, essentially an exhibition, the fans, yes, they want action. I think the officials do too.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I think they're a little bit more liberal because it's the first one out of the gate. But I agree with you.
Scoreless with 30 seconds to go in the opening period.
And the one thing also, Keith, if you think about it, look at the matches that we've witnessed. I mean, really, there was no need to really bang anybody for caution. It's been, even if there hasn't been a lot of scoring, there's been a lot of action. There's been guys trying stuff, trying takedowns, moving from the bottom, trying to make, you know, trying to tilt guys, trying to get some points on top. So it's one of those things where guys have been wrestling hard.
Yeah, we've gone 2 minutes and 50 seconds, and hasn't been much action in this one yet.
Kolodzik gets his first stalling caution.
So that's something to pay attention to as we go along through the match.
But usually, if there's no scoring by the end of the first period, somebody's going to get warned.
Thomsen won the toss. He chooses down.
As we go to the 30-second break on mat number 2.
Wrestling at 149, Thomsen from Northern Iowa, Kolodzik from Princeton. Kolodzik on top right now, University World Team member, University National Champion. Thomsen, a Southern Scuffle medalist, and Nick said it, 4-time state champion in high school. And pretty much all these guys are All-Americans. So 1 point, we finally have our first point of the match. It goes to Thomsen.
Northern Iowa, Coach Ayers and Coach competing in the corner for the Princeton.
It's funny, I look over the coaches too. They're a little reserved right now also.
Oh, beautiful shot.
Here we go.
Beautiful shot by Kolodzik. Beautiful.
That was good, 2 points for him.
You know, Thomsen took a shot. He stayed low. Kolodzik got in on a very, very lowered his level, took a nice little shot, finished real short, quick finish.
Now we're tied at 2.
From Campbellsville, that's Kayla Miracle.
Again, another bit of a standstill as we reach 30. Shot in deep.
Oh, got him up in that position. Got to finish that, though. If he can hook that leg and get that leg turked, which he's trying to do.
Still nothing yet, 10 seconds to go.
Kolodzik is a stud.
And that'll do it for the second period. And Nick, we are tied up at 2.
Hey man, we're right where we should be. This is a good match. These guys are evenly matched. And you know what? Going in the third period, this is where somebody's got to make the move. Somebody's got to, you know, win this thing. So, you know, you don't just wait for a win to happen. You go after it. And these guys have 2 minutes to do that.
Kolodzik on the bottom, trying to get the 1-point escape.
NCAA champion Nevills, Rick Williams, the Espoma Company, and Serge Runner. Central State Medical Center, Abby Lucher.
Holding on is Thomsen.
You got another warning. Now they each have 1 warning.
So both have the stall warning. 1:32 in the third. Thomsen has that right leg dug into the side of Kolodzik.
He's trying to get some time on there, but you know what? He really needs to get a tilt here. He can't rely on riding time because he's already gotten hit with a warning.
And neither wrestler wants to give away a point for stall. Let him go. And now it's 3-2 in favor of Kolodzik. This hometown crowd is ready to erupt if Kolodzik can get the victory.
Oh, nice snap down. Thomsen has his shot right here. He's got to finish. He's got 30 seconds left. He's probably not going to get Kolodzik in this position again. Now let's see if Kolodzik can hook that leg. If he can come around and hook that leg,
ooh,
that's nuts. Look at how strong.
That was an athletic move.
Kolodzik is so strong.
And that comes from your legs. He's got him right now. 10 seconds. Kolodzik up 3-2, needs to hold on for 5 more. Can't! Thomsen turned it around! Holy cow!
Big win. Right at the buzzer for Thomsen.
That was an impressive finish. Back-to-back amazing matches, Nick.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Back we are at the All-Star Classic, Jadwin Gym, Princeton University. Keith Irizarry, Nick Garone, glad to have you with us. Been an exciting day thus far. Moved to 285. Tanner Hall from Arizona State and Nick Nevills from Penn State.
I'll tell you, you know, these are the big boys, these are the heavyweights, but these guys don't wrestle like heavyweights. They're very, very active. They're gonna go after one another. They're not gonna push back and forth. They're gonna take some shots. They're gonna give some movement, and they're gonna be on angles, just like I was saying before. At this level, and the athletes that we have wrestling in this, these guys are the top of the top guys, athletes in the country. So they're gonna be going after each other.
Now, how close are the 285 guys really to 285 normally?
You know what? It ranges. You have guys that actually just are right there, but I would say a lot of the more agile, more of the guys are right between like 230 and 260.
Right. 30 seconds in?
I'm sorry, Keith, but you do have some big boys in there too. Oh! And he gets almost a big throw.
But no points awarded.
Nevills almost came up with a big throw.
Both of these gentlemen were extremely accomplished high school wrestlers as well. Nevills, out of Clovis, California, 3 state titles, 200 victories, just 5 losses. For Hall, was a 3-time state champion at Meridian High School in Idaho.
This is such a good matchup early on. This is such a good matchup. You know, you love to see these guys put it all on the line and go out on their shields, Keith, because sometimes guys don't want to wrestle these types of matches at the beginning of the year. They know they might be wrestling each other in the NCAA finals, but these guys have basically they're going to go out on their shield today, I can tell you that.
Correct.
And we'll choose down to begin our second period. No score on the board.
Opening couple seconds of the period.
All-Americans doing it. 3rd and 5th in last year's NCAA.
And an escape.
One escape for Nevills.
So Nevills goes up 1-0.
23 seconds of advantage time for Tanner Hall.
Now, if you're coaching these two guys, at what point are you telling them to make a more aggressive move, or are you going to continue playing it out the way it is?
You know, these two guys know each other. They know what each other does well. And I'm sure that going into this, they knew exactly who they were wrestling. They probably did some intel, looked at some film. And, you know, you don't want to, one thing I can tell you, in the heavyweight division, you take a bad shot, you're going to pay for it. Because these guys are going to belly out, they're going to stretch you out, they're going to get you on your stomach. Nice little single leg. Can Nevills finish it? This is big. This could be the only time he gets in on his leg the whole match. So he's got to score on this. You know, Hall cannot give the appearance that he's fleeing the mat either. He has to stay there and fight, but they better watch his knee.
Yeah, it was a dangerous position.
Very good call. It's too early in the season to play games, and the official made a great call right there. Listen, you don't want to get anybody hurt right here. This is an exhibition all-star match. Even though it means a lot to the wrestlers and the fans love it, you still don't want to get these guys hurt.
Well, it's like any other all-star event. You want to win, but you do want to leave unscathed.
Absolutely.
Final 15 seconds of period number 2. Nevills gave a quick glance over. Hall does the same, and that'll do it. So we move to the 3rd period with a 1-0 advantage for Nick Nevills.
I'm looking forward to this last period. This is going to be a tight ending here.
See if Hall can get out. Nevills has a good grip. Right on the edge of the mat. And they go off.
Riding time isn't a factor right now. So
No,
if Hall can get out, it's 1-1.
Minute 36 in the 3rd.
Nevills running that tight waist ankle right off the whistle, stopping his first move, Hall's first move.
Time starting to build in favor of Nevills.
Hall's gotten to his feet. Can he escape, though? Off the mat. And nothing doing. Now 60 seconds.
1 minute to go here in regulation.
Is it possible that Nevills could actually ride out for the final 2 minutes?
Yes. You know, and that's what he's going to try to do. And you know what? He just needs another 10 seconds. And even if Hall gets out, he wins 2-1 on riding time. This is why this is crucial right here. Right now, it doesn't really matter if Hall gets out in the next 40 seconds. He's going to win this match right now. He's up 2-0.
So essentially, Hall needs a reversal, escape, needs a bunch of stuff to happen.
Well, if he gets a reversal, it's tied.
Then he would tie it.
He gets out and he takes him down. He can win it.
Yep.
But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I mean, he's riding him. You know what? In all fairness, like I said, these heavyweights, they're heavy.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
you know, if you're riding parallel, it's going to be hard to get up to your base. And here we are, under 10 seconds. 2-0 with riding time. Nevills is up.
Very impressive defensive effort by Nick Nevills. So he'll take it 2-0